Islam Makhachev is a name that has become a symbol of strength, perseverance, and determination in the world of MMA. He is a friend and sparring partner of Khabib Nurmagomedov. This man from the mountains of Dagestan has come a long way to become the UFC lightweight king. Today, we will dive into the story of Islam Makhachev and find out how he became one of the most dangerous fighters in the world. Islam was born and raised in Dagestan, a region known for its strong fighting traditions. From an early age, he began wrestling and trained under Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, Khabib's father. For Islam, it was more than a sport. It was a way of life. It was then that the qualities that help him dominate the UFC today were born in him. In 2015, Islam signed a contract with the UFC and stepped onto the world stage for the first time.
Father, disappointing, highly anticipated fight.
He showed all beauty of Sambo to the world. He made an amazing slam.
Glorious. Right into...
He won his debut fight with a chokehold.
It is all over!
But in his next fight, he faced a serious test. In a fight against Adriano Martins, Islam lost the first and only defeat of his career, a knockout defeat. It was a brutal lesson for him, but it was this fight that gave him the motivation to keep growing. Since then, he has worked even harder to make sure he doesn't make the same mistakes again. Khabib Nurmagomedov is not only a friend, but also a mentor for Islam.
His ability all across every area in mixed martial arts is second to none.
Together they have come a long way, sharing training and dreams. Khabib always believed that Islam was capable of taking his place and even surpassing him. For Islam, Khabib's support and guidance became an invaluable resource that helped him reach the heights. After the loss, Islam began a winning streak that quickly made him one of the most dangerous fighters in the lightweight division. He defeated fighters such as Drew Dober in a fight where Islam showed his wrestling and Sambo skills. He dragged Dober all over the cage and literally wiped the floor with him. In the third round, Islam finished the fight with a chokehold.
Look at the shoulder pressure, though. Look at Dober's face.
Against Dan Hooker, he made a takedown at the beginning of the first round. Hooker tried to defense, but we all know he doesn't have wrestling skills.
He's going to start to use his legs.
By the end of the round, Islam, listening to the advice of Khabib, finished the fight with a submission. Dan Hooker had nothing to counter Islam, and the fight went easily and without any injuries. Before the title fight, Islam was given Bobby Green as an opponent. Both fighters were fighting for the center of the octagon and throwing punches. Islam caught Bobby throwing a bad middle kick and holding Bobby against the cage. Islam did a takedown, whom he put on the mat, and in full mount he finished him without any problems, showing his wrestling and striking skills. Islam was on his way to his title chance, and each win brought him closer to his goal. His style is one of pressure, control, and total dominance over his opponent. In 2022, Islam got his chance to become champion by facing Charles Oliveira. Oliveira is a former champion, a master of submissions and a dangerous opponent. But Islam was ready. The fight started and both fighters decided to show their striking skills and started to exchange punches with each other. But Charles made a mistake and gave Islam a dominant position. But he was able to get up for a short time. Islam again showed his Sambo skills and made an incredible slam. In the second round, the fighters again started to exchange punches with each other. And Islam knocked Charles down with a right hook and took dominant position. He finished the fight with a chokehold. He showed an incredible level of stand-up and ground and pound. Winning the fight and becoming the lightweight champion. This fight cemented his status and proved that Islam is truly worthy of the title. One of the most significant fights in Islam's career was the fight against featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski. This fight was special because two champions from different categories met. Volkanovski was known for his stamina and toughness, while Islam was known for his strength and control in the boxing ring. From the very beginning of the fight, Islam made it known to Alex that he was ready to fight in striking and exchange punches. The fight was on equal terms. Islam tried many times to make a takedown, but Alex did not give and defended himself from attempts. And when Islam succeeded in making a takedown, Alex immediately got up. At the end of the fight, Alex moved Islam and took a dominant position, and that was the end of the fight. It was a tense fight, and every round could be decisive. In the end, Islam won on points. Both fighters showed a good fight, and this fight showed that he is able to beat the strongest in the world. But this fight left many questions, and everyone was questioning the decision. Many people wanted to see their rematch. Islam is not just a fighter. He is a man with strong principles and respect for his traditions. He is always humble, even when he is winning. His philosophy is simple: perseverance, discipline, and respect for his opponents. This approach sets him apart from other fighters and makes him an example for many. Many people had questions about the first fight between Volk and Islam. At the end of 2023, Islam's opponent dropped out, and Alex Volkanovski was called in to replace him to close all questions about their first fight. The fight started with both fighters not going back and exchanging punches and clinches. But after 3 minutes, Islam threw a high kick and knocked Alex out with a punch to the head. Thus closing all questions and doubts. Islam Makhachev is not just a champion. He is the epitome of resilience, discipline, and respect. His journey is inspiring and his fighting style is admirable. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see the stories of other fighters and write in the comments. Who will be his next opponent?